Welcome to Hollywood Secrets Information. In this video, we're going to uncover some of the most shocking cases where Hollywood buried incredible films that actually deserved worldwide recognition. These are not just good movies. They're powerful, critically acclaimed, and often ahead of their time. But due to studio interference, legal disputes, poor marketing strategies, or internal conflicts, these films were pushed aside and never reached their full potential when they were first released. Today, we'll explore 10 amazing films that Hollywood tried to hide, delay, or quietly forget. And believe it or not, the number one film on this list is perhaps the most unfairly treated of them all. Let's begin. 1. Cutter's Way is a haunting neo-noir drama starring Jeff Bridges and John Hurd, centered around a potential murder cover-up and a deeply troubled friendship. Despite its gripping narrative and strong performances, the film suffered from a major identity crisis due to studio confusion. Originally released under a different title, it failed to attract audiences, and even after being rebranded, the damage was already done. The studio's inability to properly market the film meant it went largely unnoticed upon release. Over time, however, critics and cinephiles rediscovered it, praising its dark tone and layered storytelling. Today, it stands as a cult classic that proves how poor marketing decisions can bury even the most compelling films. 2. Odd Thomas, starring Anton Yelchin and based on the novel by Dean Koontz, tells the story of a young man who can see the dead and uses his ability to prevent tragedies. The film blends supernatural elements with heartfelt storytelling, making it both entertaining and emotional. Unfortunately, it became trapped in legal conflicts between the production companies, which severely limited its release. Instead of receiving a wide theatrical debut, the movie was quietly pushed into limited markets with almost no promotion. As a result, many potential viewers never even heard of it. Despite this, those who did watch it praised its originality and Yelchin's performance, making it one of the most underrated films of its time. 3. Idiocracy, directed by Mike Judge. Idiocracy is a satirical comedy that presents a future where human intelligence has dramatically declined. While the concept was bold and thought-provoking, it also made studios uncomfortable due to its sharp critique of society. As a result, the film received almost no marketing support and was released in only a few theaters without any proper promotion. This lack of backing ensured that it failed commercially despite its unique premise. Over the years, however, the film gained a massive cult following, with audiences appreciating its humor and surprisingly accurate predictions about modern culture. What was once ignored is now considered one of the smartest comedies ever made. 4. Togo, featuring a powerful performance by Willem Dafoe, tells the inspiring true story of a sled dog who played a crucial role in delivering life-saving medicine during a deadly outbreak. Despite its emotional depth and cinematic quality, the film was not given a theatrical release and was instead quietly added to Disney+. This decision significantly limited its exposure, as it missed the opportunity to reach a wider audience on the big screen. Many critics and viewers later argued that Togo was far superior to other similar films that received major promotion. Over time, it gained recognition through word of mouth, but its initial release remains a clear example of how streaming strategies can sometimes overshadow deserving films. 5. Out of the Blue, directed by and starring Dennis Hopper. Out of the Blue is a deeply emotional and disturbing film that explores the life of a troubled teenage girl dealing with trauma and family dysfunction. Its raw and unfiltered storytelling made it stand out artistically, but also made studios hesitant to support it. The film struggled to secure proper distribution and was largely ignored upon release, especially in major markets. Some versions were even altered, reducing the impact of Hopper's original vision. Despite these setbacks, the film was later reevaluated and praised for its honesty and intensity. Today, it is regarded as a bold piece of cinema that was simply too controversial for its time. 6. The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, starring Brad Pitt and Casey Affleck. This film is a slow, poetic western that explores fame, obsession, and betrayal. Despite its stunning cinematography and powerful performances, the studio lacked confidence in its commercial appeal. The film faced delays, edits, and a limited release, preventing it from reaching a wider audience. Its length and introspective style did not fit the typical blockbuster formula, which further discouraged strong promotion. However, over time, critics and audiences began to recognize its brilliance, and it is now considered one of the finest westerns of modern cinema. Its initial failure highlights how studios often underestimate unique storytelling. 7. The Big Red One, directed by Samuel Fuller. The Big Red One is a war film inspired by the director's own experiences during World War II. The original version of the film was meant to be a deeply personal and expansive story, but heavy studio interference led to significant cuts before its release. This resulted in a shortened version that failed to fully capture Fuller's intended vision. As a result, the film received a mixed response at the time. Years later, a restored version was released, allowing audiences to see the film as it was originally meant to be. This version was widely praised, proving that the studio's interference had initially held back a true masterpiece. 8. Sorcerer, directed by William Friedkin. Sorcerer is an intense thriller known for its suspenseful storytelling and technical brilliance. Unfortunately, its release coincided with the massive success of Star Wars, which completely dominated the box office. As a result, Sorcerer was overshadowed and received little attention from audiences. Additionally, the studio did not invest enough in marketing the film, further contributing to its failure. Despite its initial box office disappointment, the film has since been rediscovered and praised for its direction and atmosphere. It is now considered one of Friedkin's finest works, showing how timing can significantly impact a film's success. 9. Brazil, directed by Terry Gilliam. Brazil is a visually stunning and imaginative dystopian film that faced severe opposition from studio. The executives were unhappy with its dark tone and unconventional narrative, leading them to demand major changes, including a completely different ending. This sparked a public conflict between Gilliam and the studio as he fought to preserve his artistic vision. After much controversy, his version was eventually released, but only after significant delays and challenges. Today, Brazil is celebrated as a masterpiece of science fiction cinema, but its journey to recognition was marked by one of the most infamous studio battles in Hollywood history. 10. Margaret, Margaret, directed by Kenneth Lonergan, is widely regarded as one of the most unfortunate cases of studio mishandling. The film was plagued by years of legal disputes and editing conflicts, which delayed its release significantly. When it finally reached theaters, it was given minimal marketing and a very limited run, ensuring that it would not find a wide audience. Despite these challenges, critics praised the film for its emotional depth and complex storytelling. Over time, it gained recognition as a modern classic, but its initial treatment remains a clear example of how studio decisions can hinder even the most powerful films. This is why its case feels truly criminal. Thanks for watching.